Welcome back, everybody. It's Sign here with another Mod Spotlight, and today we are actually going to be working on the Tremor mod. Just a bit of warning, this is going to be a multi-part, simply because of the amount of content this mod adds. It's I don't want to say close to a full conversion mod, not yet, but it's on its way there. But first of all, we have, you'll notice this is a brand new character, and we only have 3 items to start with. Well, we normally have 3. But no pick, no sword. You start with a copper axe, however. This mod does kind of slow down the progression a little bit. You start with a copper pick, a quest for the golden artifact scroll, and then a spark. So, first order of business, you're going to have to make like a wooden pick. Enjoy it. They're slower than hell, but it's a pretty good challenge, especially trying to fight off mobs with the copper axe and whatnot at the very beginning of the map. It helps kill the repetitiveness of pre-hard mode, which is always a plus. But these sparks, these are some of the more interesting parts. Let's see, if we go here, you can see that we have 5 different to choose from. And these are all just crafted straight out of hand, no extras needed. But what we have is well, it's basically 5 different classes. We have a Guardian, Mage, Gunslinger, Summoner, and Warrior. And then as you progress further on, you can upgrade them to different tiers at the enchantment table, which is this little guy here, which is stone, a book, and then 1 of each of the 6 gems that you can find in your world. Doesn't require amber, but that's not a big deal, really, when you get down to it. So what you do, though, is, like your Guardian Spark, you can find with Amethyst, Mage, Sapphire. You can get your focuses. Topaz, Emerald, and Ruby. And each of these, basically it's for each different class. Guardian Spark is 3 defense, plus 50 mana. Mage Spark is plus 20 mana, or not 50 mana, 50 health. Mage Spark is 20 mana, 3% increased magic damage, 8% increased magical crit chance. Then, Gunslinger is 3% range damage and 8% crit chance. Summoner is an extra minion and increases minion damage by 5%, which is awesome. Very beginning of the game, it's hard to get extra summoner slots, so that's definitely welcome. And then your Warrior Spark is 3% increased melee damage, 8% melee crit chance. So that's that Spark taken care of, and you can upgrade it further into the Souls, which, what do Souls take again? Let's check real quick. Takes Opals. Now an Opal is each of the 6 gems already combined, so. But yeah, 25 Souls of Night, and then Souls of Sight, Might, Light, and then Fright. So the 2 easiest to upgrade are actually the Summoner Soul and the Guardian Soul to the final tier. Which you can do them straight after entering hard mode. The others require you to beat a mechanical boss. Not really all that tough for the bonuses they give you. And then you can also further, you can reforge them to even enhance it more, so it's definitely a plus. But like the Guardian Soul gives you 8 defense and 100 health. And then 80 mana, 10% magic damage, 12% crit chance. 10% range chance, 15% range crit. Increases max minions by 2. Increases minion damage by 16%. And then 10% melee damage and 12% melee crit chance at the max levels. That's definitely worth it, right? It takes up an inventory slot, or a accessory slot, but hell, that's something you're probably going to have equipped almost the entire game. But yeah, Opals. Opals are actually a pretty basic recipe. Requires a furnace, but it's Amethyst, Topaz, Emerald, Sapphire, Ruby, and Diamond. So basically 1 of each gem. Not a big deal. By the time you actually get to start making equipment with Opals, you're going to have plenty of gems. And now we have the quest for the golden artifact. Now this is a special boss that's summoned, in this mod. And it's cool that they actually, it's hard. Without this thing, you'd have no idea exactly how to do it. But they actually give you, this is what you do to summon this boss. It's great. Instead of just randomly hoping that you come across the crafting items to make, said thing. But to get the first one will sell a merchant if the moon is covered in blood. Alright, so first one you can buy from the merchant during a blood moon. The second one, you'll be able to catch it in the cave lakes. And the third one is created by 8 golden shards, which are dropped by a special mob from this mod. And the fourth will point you to the Sighted. Well, the Sighted is another boss in here who will drop the 4th shard, which is the Sighted Grosh right here. I've got all the boss summons here, but take all 4 of these and combine them into the golden artifact, which summons the Ghost of Darkness. And so you also have a suspicious looking corn, which I had to cheat in because there's no legit way to get it right now, because as of I think Tappy 15, killing the corn crashes Tappy. Done. Done deal. The Sighted Gross, not too impressed with him. He's basically a reskinned and beefed up Spasmtasm. Nothing great, but, nothing horrible to you, I guess. The Molten Heart summons the Heater of Worlds. Fun little boss. Summons him in hell, in case you didn't figure that out from the Molten part. The only downside is this summoning item requires a life crystal to use, so it is a somewhat finite amount, because there's no easy way to get extra life crystals. The Motherboard summons the Cyber King. Kind of the end boss for this mod. Again, he's 2 stages. I believe it was the first stage is it's a reskin, so it's reskin of another boss. It's not great, but not horrible either. Then you have the Dark Slime Crown. Summons the Dark King Slime. That guy's actually pretty fun. Basically, just a hard mode King Slime. This one's actually a challenge, though. Kind of. He still just kind of hops around, does this thing. But instead of little tiny blue slimes popping out, he spits out slimes with, a few hundred hit points that hurt like a son of a bitch. And then the Chaos Core. Summons the Chaos Worm. This guy, mechanical boss, maybe pre-mechanical boss if you have good gear. But definitely hard mode. But he opens up a new ore, which is this guy over here. This is Chaos Ore. This kind of fuchsia stuff over here. The Chaos stuff, not bad, not great. It's got an interesting... Here, I'll just pop it up this way. It's got an interesting mechanic to it. Chaos Pickaxe. Dig to be treated. 10-second duration. I don't know what that means. Chaos Hammer. Break to be treated. 10-second duration. No idea. Same with the drill. The Helmet's 5 defense. Greaves is 11. Chestplate's 13. It's not great, but it's not horde stuff either. 40 melee damage from the blade. 150% pickaxe power. But I don't know what happens when it's treated, so... Used a little bit of playthrough. Was clueless. This mod does have a wiki, but it's in Russian. So I don't really read Russian that well, so I lost. But there's 3 other ores added to this with this mod. This green stuff here is Argite. And now the little bits hanging down here, most ores you can place them back into the world after you mine them up. Argite shards, when you go to place them back in the world, they behave like banners, which is actually kind of cool looking. It looks almost like hanging dragon scales. But you can't place it back as the green stuff, so I actually had to do some finagling to get that there. Then we have coal ore. This mod used to feature charcoal. You made that from wood. Changed it around. Coal ore now spawns in the world on generation, and use that instead for recipes like steel and whatnot. And then we have Graham ore. Graham. I think it's Graham. But, want to say it's like between silver and platinum, or gold tiers. So definitely pre-hard mode ore. This Chaos ore here, it's hard mode, but it doesn't spawn in until you beat a boss, so not a huge deal there. See, that covers the starting items pretty much. And here's the different bars you can get. Let's see, Steel Bar. You actually make this at a blast furnace out of iron and coal. Argite Bar makes that Argite ore, but it has its own smeltery. So, Bronze. This is copper and tin put together. So, you're not really getting it without an extractinator or some other way of getting both of those in your world. Just Chaos Bar, which actually has an asterisk in front of the, or in place of the C. Don't know why, but looks kind of cool. Dark Bar. The Dark King Slime drops Dark Gel, which you can smelt into Dark Bars to make stuff out of. Graham Bar. There we go. Now, Lizard Bar. This is Chlorophyte Bar plus 4 Lizard Bricks, I think it is, at a Chlorophyte Anvil. Yeah, you can make some interesting things out of that, too. And then we have Obsidian Bar. Just basically reverse the recipe for Hellstone and you get Obsidian. I think that's how it works, right? Let me double check before I start feeding misinformation. Let's see. Obsidian Bar is 2 Hellstone and 8 Obsidian at a Hellforge. Gives you Obsidian Bars. Okay, easy enough, right? And let's see, we have different armor sets. This mod actually includes stone armor. And then we have steel, obsidian, nightingale. Nightingale stuff is dropped by a one of the ingredients is dropped by a phantom during blood moons. Annoying little bastards. You'll hate them. Basically, they come up out of nowhere, are very strong against knockback, and will just sit on top of you and just constantly peg you. Magma Helmet. I can't remember exactly how that's made anymore. It used to be made with magma shards. But magma shards have been removed. Okay, magma crystals is now, 15 stone blocks at a blast furnace. It used to be drops from certain enemies as you got close to hell. So I'm not sure if this is just a placeholder recipe to keep the stuff in the game, or what, but it's a whole lot easier to get now. Then we got magma chest, or greaves, chest guard, and helmet, and then a magma blade. All of which require fire fragments, which are mob drops, and magma crystals. Let's see. Magium armor. Now, magium is a new ore, but it's not a bar, so to speak. It's just straight out and out, just the ore. Let me just pop this up real quick, and now magium stuff. You get, full suit of armor and the staff, and it's the staff Souls of Light, and magium. The armor uses mana crystals, actually. So there's another use for stars. And 22 magium for the helmet. Magium is actually dropped by the Magium Keeper, I think. Very annoying boss, teleports around, a lot of hit points, shoots piercing shots at you. Randomly shows up after, I think, hard mode. So, that's a joy and a half. Then we have leather armor. Now this mod introduces like cows, chickens, pigs. Well, the cows drop beef and leather. And you can use leather to actually make armor with. Which, the chest piece actually has 3 defense, which is not too bad, actually. Then we have the Graham armor. The Ghost Hood. Something else this mod adds in is generation of, I won't say ruins. Randomized, extremely small scale dungeons with their own special enemies. Rune ghosts. You can use the Ghost Silk to make the ghost armor here. Range crit by 6%, magic crit by 6%, melee crit by 6%. Put it on, everything gets a 6% boost to crit. Then we have frostbite stuff. Exactly how is that made again? I think it's at the Frostbite Forge, right? Yes, at the Frostbite Furnace. So, but it's just ice. Ice armor. Not bad, right? And then the Frostbite Furnace, 20 ice, ice torches, and boreal wood. Has to be boreal. But, like, say your starting area is real heavy ice biome area, you can just dig down and start making stuff right away. Definitely helps. Fossil headgear. This is actually another ore introduced, which I forgot to include here. Actually, let's just take care of this real quick. This is Neo Draw. Fun little mod. And paint. And let's see, we'll take in... Let's put some here, right? And just for comparison, we'll put some stone here. Now this stuff is actually kind of hard to find. Whoop. Turn it off then. Especially by torchlight, it blends in incredibly. It's harder than hell to find. Most of the puzzle lore I found playing through is actually by accident. You just dig through a pocket of it. It does show up with Spelunker potions, however. So that is a bonus. Or you can always go to Corruption or Crimson, and it stands out like crazy. But you have to dig through Crimstone or Ebonstone blocks to get to it. But that's a Summoner armor. It's actually pretty comparable to, I want to say, B armor. Defense is about the same, but the set does increase movement speed rather than damage, or as much damage. So the Flesh set. This is dropped by the wall of, or this is a drop from the wall of flesh made into Summoner armor. This makes it worth farming the wall of flesh right after beginning of hard mode. Sip a copy there, and it's a lot better than B armor, and it's pretty comparable to Spider, without the having to deal with hard mode spider dens. And, well, hard mode hell, until you beat a mechanical boss, is actually one of the safer places to be. Coral Helmet. Says allows you to swim, which I'm guessing would be set bonus? Yep, set bonus. Now you can breathe underwater. Sweet. And it's actually got a pretty decent defense. I mean, it's not great, but it's not horrible either. It's what, 3, 4, 3, so that's 10 defense. Whoop. Helps if I can spell, right? There we go. And coral, seashells, sea fragments. All stuff you're going to find there around, you know, the ocean and whatnot. Chaos set. The bronze set, which, like I said, bronze bars are made with tin and copper. And these all give different crits as well. Then there's the Argite set. Now, Argite requires a Nightmare pick or better to dig up. But it's like Nightmare tier 1.2, 1.3 maybe. It's not all that impressive, really. If you're going for completion, I'd do it. Otherwise, I would just go from, you know, Nightmare to Hellstone or whatever. The pick's got a higher pick power, but it actually digs slower than the Nightmare pick. And you still can't mine like Cobalt. So I don't really see much of a point in getting the pick. That's just me, though. And then we have the dark stuff here. This is made from the dark bars from King Slime. There's the chest plate and greaves, and then like most hard mode armor, it actually has 3 helmets. We got a hood for magic, the helmet for melee, and then the headgear for ranged. So, like a melee set's what, 26, 44, 58 defense? So, and the boots, you know, give you 8% damage to everything. And the chest plate gives you a 8% increased crit chance when you're in Corruption or Crimson. And then the helmet detects creatures when it's nighttime, as well as having, you know, class buffs. And then we have Vanity Items. There's one full Vanity suit added by this mod, which is the Possessed suit. Basically makes you look like Possessed armor from hard mode. And, of course, it's dropped by the same guys. Get to look at this, though, it's actually Possessed armors or just recolored iron armor. So, it is what it is, right? Then we have the boss masks. You know, Evil Corn, Heater of Worlds, Chaos Worm, Cyber King, Sighted, Dark King. Something else mod adds, though. You know how when you kill a clothier, he drops his hat? Well, this makes it so that the Die Trader, Cooker, which is an NPC added by this mod, Witch Doctor, the Pirate, and the Painter drop their hats when they die too. So you can go on a hat collecting frenzy. And then we have various mob drop helmets as well. Goblin Helmet from the Goblin Invasion, the Armored Ones. Sea Monster Mask, I can't remember where that comes from. Pusheen Mask, little kitty mask. The Gastropod Hat, from, well, Gastropods, of course. The Thin Mask, Adventure Time. Iron Mask from Golems. Horse Mask, from horses, actually. Well, horse, question mark. And then, I'm not even going to pronounce that. If I do, the internet will hate me. Shiba Nui Mask. Then we have a Necromancer Helmet. Bone Mask, that's from, well, it's Necromancer, and then Adis, one of the two. traffic cone you can wear on your head. Alpine hat. Molten mask from Molten Golems, which used to drop the molten shards I was talking about earlier. Cow head. Poor cow, it says. And then a night helmet from Night Zombies. Let's see, is that everything I have? Yep. That's covers the armor, ores, and vanity sets. And now we have tiles. Like the enchantment table here. It's used for a few different things, but mainly for your sparks. Definitely worth making. Here we have the grill stove. This is how you actually cook food. Now, food. There's a lot of there's a lot of foods. But like, say, got pork here, and then there's roast pork. Well, pigs drop pork. You pop it into this guy, and put some fuel in, which can be wood, gel, maybe coal. I'm not sure off the top of my head. In the food, and then result. There's no waiting or anything like that, just straight out crafting Terraria style. Now, some of the more advanced dishes require you to stand in front of this kitchen, which, let's see, like chocolate cake, cheese, right? Yep, cheese. Bread, just do it at a furnace, which is cool. Apple pies. White cheese, which slows the speed of falling, plus restores food. Gravity pie, which is a fun one to make, which is a 7-minute gravitation potion. Plus, it gives you food. Let's see, what else was there? That apple pie increases magic powers for a short time. And a few other food. I mean, definitely nice to have. Then here, this guy here, this is the blast furnace. This is how you make steel. Maybe a couple other things. Can't remember off the top of my head. Oh yeah, the magma shards. Here's the Argite furnace, which takes a furnace and an anvil, but it acts as both after you make it. So definitely a plus. The frostbite furnace for making basically cold gear. Soul converter, which actually, all right, if I can type, soul converter. Or soul extractor, sorry. It's a soul converter. Lets you take 5 souls a night, turn them into 3 souls a light, or vice versa. So you get one of, too much of one, you can run through here and change it out. The Corpite anvil, which is used for some light hard mode stuff. This is the heavy anvil, which is used for a few recipes. I've never really used it a whole lot, so I can't tell you exactly what it uses. Then we have the flesh workstation, which zombies in this mod drop zombie flesh. Yeah, the flesh workstation. 15 wood, 15 zombie flesh at a workbench. Let's see, Lance of Flesh is the only thing I can think of off the top of my head that's made there. Which, pretty weak melee weapon, but something new, and, well, it's a spear for if you can't find one you want. Then we have a bone throne, which is actually kind of sized just about right. This is the mineral grinder. This is made out of an extractor. But it's kind of fun because you can actually mineral grinder. 2 lead makes 3 iron. See where I'm going with this? And you can turn it back and forth. So I think the recipe might be reversed. It should be like 3 lead equals 2 iron, but oh well, it's infinite ore. It's not that much of an issue really. It's not that hard to get ore. Especially by the time you can make the grinder. Let's see. Yeah, the grinder is 15 silver, 15 tungsten, 6 diamonds, and an extractor and an anvil. So it's not the easiest to get, and it requires an extractor anyway, but not horrible. We have some decorative pieces here. We got a weather vane with a little bunny on top. Sunflower in a pot, which the crafting recipe is exactly how it seems. Then we have a snowman. It's like 10 snow blocks. Makes a snowman. Scarecrow, which actually looks like the little scarecrows from the, what was it? Moon event. Pumpkin Moon. Then we have a pusheen and, whatever the hell that is. Now, Shiba Nui. These are just silk at a loom. Cute little decorative items you can pop down. And then we have... Oh, let's get to these first. Have a long workbench, which cannot be put on platforms, which is why it's on mithril bricks here. So, just a look thing, it functions the same as a workbench, but it's just a little wider. It actually looks more like an actual workbench than an end table or something. Then we have the old style furnace, which is mainly just a looks thing. Can't really use it for much crafting recipes, but we'll actually see. Yeah, old furnace. And let's see, is there an old Hellstone Forge too? Maybe? I don't know. Let's see. Nope, there isn't. Okay. Well, thought there might be, but no. And then we have the Christmas furnace. These two can both... I was having a hard time putting them anywhere. Turns out grass blocks kind of work sometimes. If you spam click, they go there okay. So there's a little bit of problem with the placing on those, but not horrible. Then we have the boss statues. This is one of my favorite things this mod's added. Kill a boss, you get either the trophy or the mask of that boss. And so far, it really only works with vanilla and with Tremor bosses. But hopefully people will add on to it eventually. You know, it'd be kind of cool to see each mod have their own ability to do this. But it's, I think, 50 stone at a heavy workbench, and the mask or trophy gets you these wonderful statues. We have, it's the Brain of Cthulhu, Cyber King, Destroyer, you can see the little probes there, Eater of Worlds, the Evil Corn Boss, Eye of Cthulhu, Golem, King Slime, Plantera, Queen Bee, Retinazer, Spasmatasm, Skeletron Prime, Skeletron, and the Wall of Flesh. And they're all, what, 3 wide, or 4 wide, is it? Yeah, it's like 4 wide and like 5 tall. So you need plenty of room to put them, but definitely cool for showing off. It's kind of like, hey, look at this. I did this. I killed them all. So I think that's going to go ahead and wrap up the first episode of this mod spotlight. And like I said, it's a good sized mod, and there's a lot to cover in it. So I'll come back and probably work on the weapons and accessories, which is going to be rather... Oh, not too bad, but yeah, we've got a lot of tools and stuff to cover. Not a whole lot of accessories, craftable anyway, but a lot of weapons and whatnot. Yep, I shall go ahead and see you guys next episode, and until then, enjoy!